What is good, everybody? We have an exciting video out for today. We are going to be ranking the top Marvel Rival specialists. So first off, we have Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark is a easy A tier operator. Character operator? Well, one of the two. Anyways, he's going to be on our first A tier. Why is he not an S? He's not an S because as soon as you see a Jeff on the other team, you're instantly going to be targeted. But also, he is great for not healing, but for being a damage character. What that means is, as Jeff, you go behind the back lines in order for you to pick off their healers. He kind of just heals himself. But if you do see your teammates in need, you can help them out. So next up, we got Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is a B tier specialist. Why is he a B tier? Why is he not ranked higher? Well, B kind of suits him. He's fucking boring. He's great if you're starting off in Marvel Rivals and want to understand characters because he's super easy. The only thing about being super easy is he's boring. All you're doing is healing your team from the back line and allowing support that they don't even recognize, but it's there. Next, we got Luna Snow. Luna Snow is a tier by far, if not almost an S tier. The only thing that doesn't bring her into the S tier is the fact that when she does her ultimate, she can get shot out of it. Now, when you're on the lower level of competitors in the beginning of the game, you're not going to really get one shot by characters because they don't really know their abilities. But as soon as you start getting in the higher rankings, you're going to have Magnetos, you're going to have Hawkeyes, you're going to have people sniping out this character, instant killing her. Now, why is she an A tier? Her movement speed, her healing, they're both really great, and not to mention, she can freeze enemies whenever they come to the back line in order to attack her. So she is a great character in total. Next up, we have Mantis. Mantis is a B tier. Mantis is a B tier because she only has a certain amount of heals before she's able to run out. She has these little leaf things that as soon as she throws them, they have to regenerate to come back, which isn't amazing. It's really not. It kind of sucks. But she's able to put enemies to sleep, which is really good. And has an 8-second ultimate, which allows her team to have granted movement speed as well as healing with extra bonus health, making her really useful. She's kind of the same as Luna Snow though. The only difference is character models, honestly. I mean, she puts people to sleep. Luna Snow freezes people for the same amount of time. And then she dishes out heals, but also dishes out damage boost, which is good, but when are you really using the damage boost? You're constantly wanting to heal your team in order to keep them in the fight rather than give them a boost of damage in order for them to attack. Next up is Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman, S tier. Our first S tier operator. She is insanely strong. Not to mention her team up abilities are insanely good too. Her ultimate Invisible Boundary allows her team to become undetectable, also get provided healing. While on top of that, enemies that are in that vicinity get slowed. So they become easy to pick off, which is a great ability, as well as she becomes invisible and people can't really see her or tell if she is there, allowing you to sneak up on payloads and just sit there while the whole enemy team is there. She's a very fun character, as well as she could push enemies back. She just has a full kit. She's very good. Okay, next, Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is like in between S and A for me, but honestly, if you're really good with the character, you can easily overcome a lot of people. What I mean by that is, so Cloak's ability allows you to blind the enemy team, while Dagger's ability allows you to heal a bunch of your team right away. On top of that, she has an L2 ability which will heal your whole team in like a little bubble. So very useful whenever you're pushing as a whole unit. He does have one of the strongest ultimates as well. So Cloak and Dagger, really strong character, really useful. They used to be able for you to stack your Cloak and Dagger whenever you move back and forth. It would double it. I'm not sure if it still does that or if they changed it. Regardless though, very useful, would recommend. She does take a little bit of practice, but as soon as you understand the character a little bit, you become a lot better. Next up, we have Loki. Loki, I want to put him in the B rank. He's more of a B tier operator. Unless you can really play Loki and you understand his mechanics, he's an A tier. But for the time's sake, I don't see great usage with this character whenever I'm playing with him or whenever I see people play with him. Now, yes, he could copy the ultimates of other people on their other team, but he doesn't do much damage. You can shoot somebody, and whenever you do put out your clones, they get targeted right away. Yes, he becomes invisible for a short time and period, but he's too easy. He gets targeted. He has a pretty big hitbox for himself. Even though he's a skinny body, he's still a big body getting bodied. He's just getting bodied. Most of the time, you're gonna get bodied as Loki, unless you have good tanks to support you, but I just don't see him as useful as some of the other healers in the game. Next, we have Adam Warlock, our C tier operator. He's C tier. He is. I mean, his ability, his ultimate is an S tier, reviving your teammates, but you revive your teammates at like almost half health, which just gets them picked off right away. He's just not amazing. He really isn't. His ultimate is the only thing that's good on him. And people are like, oh, you know, his damage is insane. Yeah, his damage is good, but he's also a glass cannon. People are gonna go after you, shut you down, you're gonna go in your cocoon, you're gonna try to fly up, but by the time you fly up, you're playing a 5v6 with the team. You're not playing with your team completely. And if your team gets wiped, then you have that one time where you can use his ultimate. But even then, it's not really useful because your team isn't at full health when they could have been if you would have chose a better healer or better specialist for that matter. He ranks in our C tier. Now these are my rankings for the strategists that are in the game. But wait, we gotta talk about the team up abilities, which can improve a character's positioning for the time being. First off, we have the best team up abilities and the worst team up abilities. To start, the best team up ability goes to Invisible Woman. When she is with Fantastic Four, she allows damage resistance and bonus health, which is super vital in close situations. Next up, we have Rocket's infinite ammo. Now, infinite ammo with Punisher and or the Winter Soldier, making them ridiculously strong, allowing them to do a ton of damage. His is one of the best team up abilities, just because, I mean, who doesn't want to constantly fire? Winter Soldier, you have to reload every 2 fucking seconds. But if you could continue shooting that deagle, you're good. And same thing with Punisher. If you can continue shooting your guns, you're in a great spot. And he allows that, which pushes him to easily an A tier operator, almost S tier, just because of that team up ability. But for now, we're gonna keep him at B. Just stay there. You're still fucking boring. Next up is the Luna Snow and Jeff combo, where Luna Snow grants Jeff icicle spears, allowing Jeff to do 2 times more damage and slamming people because of it. Now, this is an ability that Jeff can tap into on himself and Nemoir, which is a DPS character, but we're talking about strategist right now, so fuck him. But yeah, no, Jeff is insane. He can take out backlines by himself, making him super strong and super annoying to deal with. So these 2 combos are wonderful. A Luna Snow and a Jeff is a great combo to have. Next up, we have Adam Warlock and Mantis, which when you have Adam Warlock on the team and either a Mantis or a Star-Lord, you can allow them to have rebirth just once whenever they respawn. Now, it's great in Star-Lord's situation and also great in Mantis's, but it doesn't exactly do anything for Adam Warlock, other than if you have him on your team, which is already a clutch and a handicap, then you can bring back 2 decent characters. Now, Star-Lord is like an S tier character for DPS. So I guess it's great for him if you want to combo that, but it's not necessarily good enough for you to bring him along. I'll be putting that as a good team up ability for the time being, but he's still a bad character. I mean, he still just doesn't have enough in his kit compared to everyone else. Everyone else has that extra something. Compared to Adam Warlock, he's just not there yet. They gotta update him. They gotta do something to make him just a little bit stronger. Anyways, we have the worst team up abilities, which is fucking the Shark and Rocket Raccoon. Now, they have a bad team up ability with Groot. Plant X Pals. When they end up going with Groot and sitting on their shoulder, yes, they get damage reduction, but it doesn't give them damage negation. So what that means is they can still get attacked and get targeted while being on a tank's shoulder. And if you're a tank, you're in the front line. which doesn't really make sense for you to have a support character or a strategist to be on the shoulders of someone that's going to be sitting on the front line. As a strategist or a support character, you should be towards the back, helping your team and giving your team that extra boost in order for them to continue winning. But as soon as you have people like Punisher or someone who could shoot and have good accuracy, they will easily pick you off of that person's shoulder, and it doesn't really end up too well for you. So Plant X Pals isn't a good team up ability. It's pretty bad. And lastly, the Ragnarok Rebirth, which is a amazing team up ability for Loki, pushing him into that A class in the end. But he's still a B tier operator in my opinion. He's great, but the only thing is you need a Hela on your team for him to be great, which kind of sucks. You need him to be paired up with somebody in order for him to reach that extra level. So for now, he still stays as a B tier operator. So those are the best strategists in the game, in my opinion, of course. Now, if you have a different perspective, please let me know down in the comments on why and how, and I'll definitely get back to you on it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and comment down below, and please subscribe. We just hit 30 subscribers on our last video, so I would greatly appreciate if we could just hit 31. Let's go for 31. If we can hit 31, that would be awesome. Anyways, have a blessed day. I'll talk to y'all soon.